Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, what a day that was yesterday. Quite a strong move up. We can now see a little bit of a breather. Bitcoin needs to breathe a little bit. You know, we always have the breathing in, breathing out in the market. Nothing is moving up in a straight line. We see a bit of a pullback right now. The current correction on the smaller time frame doesn't really look complete yet, so we're going to take a look at the 1 hour chart, 30-minute chart in this video. Just want to start on the not the 4-day chart, the 1-day chart, just to make you aware. Yeah, we see a bit of a pullback, but can you see this? There isn't much happening at the moment, at least not. So this pullback, this correction is completely normal and might provide an opportunity to look for long entries in a support region, obviously with a stop, right? If you're trading this on futures, on a futures exchange, then make sure that you know where you want to stop out in case it breaks down, because this market is very, very volatile and can change its opinion quite quickly, and we need to be aware of that and have our risk management spot on. Looking at the daily chart, however, the idea is that a wave 4 bottomed here. It's the larger wave 4 that started in March. We talked about this. Well, we've been talking about this since the top in March, that this is a wave 4 correction. It only recently changed wave degree from the smaller degree wave 4 to a larger degree wave 4. If we really break out to the upside, I will change it back probably, but for now that's not needed. That just means that if I go back to the previous scenario, which was actually never invalidated, I just took it out because of, out of caution basically. In the alternative, or let's say the previous scenario, it is more bullish, and instead of just one more rally to a new bull market high, which would be in the region around 90 to maybe 100k, we would get 2 more highs. So I think the current pullback, or the pullback that we've seen, especially into the Monday lows, the earthquake that we've seen, it means we have to be on the side of caution. It was definitely a strong correction. Definitely a strong pullback. You could say that maybe didn't really even have anything to do with crypto. Well, very indirectly, but it was more related to Japan and the interest rate increase and all sorts of stuff that surrounds that. Again, if you correlations to a degree, right? There was a day where you could argue there were correlations between the stock market and crypto on that day. And yeah, so maybe without that action, that strong correction wouldn't even have happened. Now, what do I often say? I often say with these fundamental events, they don't necessarily change the trend. The trend didn't change, okay? So the correction that started in March was still unfolding. Or at least we didn't, well, what it invalidated was this initial 1-2 setup, but the overall idea of a wave 4 correction was never invalidated. So I think we go back to the smaller time frame now. And yeah, what a day it was yesterday. What a day it was. We've seen a rally from the 5th of August low, so from the Monday low, a substantial rally. So we saw the rally here as a 1-2 setup. I explained all of that yesterday already in the videos. And then we were watching for a third wave rally. And within that third wave, the yellow wave count here is the primary count on the 30-minute chart. We seem to be working on an impulse. And in terms of this impulsive structure here, we had a wave 1, we had a wave 2, we had a wave 3, which might have topped, then a wave 4 and a 5. I'm not so much a fan of, drawing, or let's say doing micro counting within a third wave. It often leads to a situation where people leave trades too early and then they hope to buy back in support areas. So therefore I usually just move up the support zone with the price. The support area here is between 60,631 and 58,456. This internal fourth wave though doesn't look finished yet, so it could easily go down a little bit further. I really wouldn't want it to go below the 38.2 retracement, however, then it will look a bit strange and I might have to change the microstructure within this larger third wave. But at the moment the idea is that we are in a third wave, and this is the fourth wave actually within the third wave. And yesterday the third topped exactly here. So here, third wave of the third wave. Someone asked me yesterday, what is a third wave of a third wave? Exactly this. It's the third wave in the third wave. So I favor that this has actually topped at 62,420 at my target. that I mentioned yesterday. Yesterday on Discord, I communicated it sort of late afternoon. That was one of the signals I sent out for gold members. We had a breakout point there, and the price did actually break out above this breakout point that was around 59k, 59.5k, and then the idea was we get to this key level here, 62,420, which actually happened as you just saw on the chart. And the idea was, or the signal, the update was, this is the breakout I was watching for above the trend line. 62,420 is the first ideal target for wave 3. So because this was the first ideal target and it got reached and the price got rejected, my assumption is that this third wave is over. And we could now be in the fourth wave. As I said, there's a support area. 59,418 is for me the last reliable support for the internal fourth wave. Any break below it means be on the side of caution. But technically, the overall impulse that started here on Monday would be valid as long as we're holding 58,456. So I might just have to change the microstructure within that impulse if we break below the 59,418 level. Bottom line is we're now in a correction, we're now in a pullback. That could be an opportunity. There could be another breakout potentially coming maybe today or tomorrow. So all we have is maybe here a set of trend lines, couple of touch points, obviously only 2 touch points, not 3. That's not so great, but maybe the market will test it again. Okay, so all I'm doing is drawing it from that top to that top. We had a few breakouts yesterday. Yeah, for example, here there was a breakout somewhere. Okay, it was a different kind of trend line, but we had a couple of breakouts here yesterday, and the last one was this one, where the price broke out of this consolidation. I think that was when I made the last video. We were just consolidating. So we now have another trend line to watch. I mean, again, it's up to you how you play this chart. But if you're looking for a breakout, well, there is at least a breakout, let's say, trend line that you could watch. For now, I think we go down a little lower in this wave 4. There's currently no sign it's over. But once we get above the trend line, it could be an indication that we are on the move in wave 5 to the upside, which could send us maybe even into the 64, 65k region next. We'll see. For now, we are in a support zone. Consolidation still unfolding. Bear in mind, such a wave 4 could play out as a triangle. Yeah. What could happen, and that's just highly speculative, is of course that we just form one more high, and then on the weekend we might see a wave 4 consolidation. That often happens, but that obviously is based on the condition that the 58,456 level is holding and we're not breaking below support. Because if we break below support, then this here has the look of a 3-wave corrective rally, A, B, C. Even in a C wave, it would ideally get one more final push, but be aware of the white count. So if we break support, then this was just a 3-wave rally. Very, very important to understand, yeah. We haven't seen enough movement yet to conclude that this is the larger third wave that's completed, but it could be an internal third wave. All right, so that's how I see this. So be aware that today we could see some further upside continuation, but only as long as we're holding 59,418. Below that level, I'd be a bit careful, but below 58,456, I would have to reinterpret the chart. Well, we might then have to watch the white count primarily. Okay, that's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.